What's up, ladies and gents? Social Nurse here with more sick news, simply meaning viral news. Cuban American actress Gina Torres is getting backlash from Black Twitter. I think that in this case, it is appropriate backlash. Gina Torres shared with us that she doesn't identify as a black woman. Yet, Gina Torres took roles that represent or that are black American woman movie roles. Let's talk about this. I don't think that this is a matter of jealousy of Gina Torres, the reason that the backlash is occurring. It's the fact that she benefited from these roles, made money, and now wants to talk about, at least in this Rolling Stone article, how she felt uncomfortable in the roles, right? She talked about how she had to learn to be black for these roles, right? She talked about how she's put into a box in America and that producers don't see her as Latina, right? But yet she went out and auditioned for roles that are black American roles. And most of those roles have been roles that maybe some other black woman could have gotten if she had not auditioned for them. Now, I'm all for her identifying as her culture. She says she identifies as Cuban. She's born in New York. Her parents are immigrants to America. She does speak Spanish. She is a first generation Cuban American, right? So I really understand that she wants to be closely associated with her Hispanic or Cuban American culture. Then if that is the case, you should not have taken the roles of a black American woman if you can't identify it and if you feel trapped in those roles, according to this Rolling Stone article. She's being dragged by Twitter. And at the end of this commentary, I will show you some of those tweets. Now, with that said, being put into a box does not only happen in America. And that's what's kind of interesting to me about a lot of people from the Latin American countries that have some black ancestry or are mixed with black, right? Because we know that there are black Hispanics that are clearly black, that are dark-skinned black, that are unambiguous black, that are monoracial black. We know that. It's just that you don't see them in the media. Why? Because whiteness is put on a pedestal. That means even someone like Gina Torres may not have been successful even if she was in a Latin American or Cuban market concerning acting. She speaks Spanish, so let's just say that Gina Torres decides to audition for Spanish-speaking roles within Latin America or South America, Central America, or even some of the Spanish-speaking islands, right? Doesn't mean that she would get a role or be as successful as she has been here in America, even though that is her culture, right? Because we understand that the representation that is presented in film and on TV and advertisement in Latin America is that of whiteness of a white woman, right? Even if you were to watch weekly series on Telemundo or Univision, which I have watched Spanish-speaking channels for years, Gina Torres may not even have been selected to be in a weekly series, let alone some big cinema type of film within Latin America. So she has benefited greatly, and this is why it is seen as offensive to pretend and learn to be black, then complain about it later when you may have not even reached the type of success that you've reached here in America as a black person or as a black American that you blended in on. You could have refused those roles, right? Really, in Latin America, Gina Torres, you cannot compete. You're not going to get a fair chance of competing against a Salma Hayek if it's an American film or a Spanish-speaking film. Let's go down the road. Even Jennifer Lopez, Ava Longoria, Ava Mendes, Sophie Vergara. You would not, or whatever that woman's name is from Colombia, you would probably not even have a chance against them in Latin America, and you really don't have a chance against them the way America is set up, right? So some things are better left unshared, Gina Torres. I think in this case that the backlash and the dragging from Twitter is proper. Thanks for stopping by the channel.